Tucker, welcome.
Started off with that song, huh? That was a choice.
Yeah.
It was it's a sad one for
check
sure.
Your mom. Is she crying over there? Because I'd be crying as a proud. First of all, let's give a hand to Tucker's mom, Cece, over there. C is out there.
The best woman you will ever meet.
That's awesome. You're already winning all the hearts for the women all day long. Happy mom is always the best, man. That's
Absolutely.
for sure. Welcome to town. I mean, I shouldn't say welcome to town. You've been living here your whole entire life. It's amazing.
I've been here a couple times.
Yeah, welcome back. When you get time off, do you come back home as often as you can to hang out for a little way? I mean, now your life has changed. It's not like you were, I'll go out for a weekend or whatever to play music. Now you're on the road 24/7, so when you do get time off, you come out and hang with buddies?
Yeah, I try to as much as I can. Pretty much the only time that I have off, though, is like Christmas time. So I'll come down for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks and do absolutely nothing because it's all just go, go, go all the time.
When you get home, do you hang with your friends from school still?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I would imagine so, just because. Being from Kalama, Washington, it's funny. My mother-in-law lives in Kalama, Washington, right off of Wooddale. And she is the most proud Kalama woman I've ever met because of Tucker Wetmore. She doesn't even know him, but she loves the fact that he's from Kalama.
I'd love to meet her.
Yeah, and so it's been amazing. And you graduated in 2018, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think you wrestled against. Did you wrestle or play? You played football for sure. I think you played football. Did you wrestle as well?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so it was football. I think my son played football against you because he was at Evergreen High School, and they would come and play Kalama every now and then.
Yeah.
So I think we have a connection, which is cool.
Yeah,
man.
that's crazy.
Yeah, he was
I love
rooting
it.
against you.
Right.
Just like 6 years ago.
Yeah, they lost. Trust me, they weren't the greatest football team when he was playing, but he gave it a hell of a
But
shot.
they had fun.
They had fun. That's all that matters. And you're having fun these days, for sure.
Absolutely, man. I'm having a blast.
When you come home, things you like to reminisce and do. I mean, there's some great restaurants. What's your favorite restaurant in Kalama? Tell people where you would be eating tonight, for instance.
Where's the hole?
So there's like 3.
Yeah.
If that.
I can name all 3.
Poker Pete's ain't bad.
Yeah. Poker Pete's
ain't
good.
bad.
They got good pizza
The Mexican restaurant down there.
right across the street.
It's the best Mexican food on the face of the planet.
It's
and
really
I'll die on that hill.
Is it no name? Is it just the Mexican restaurant?
I forget what it's called.
What is it, Ma? Play Azul.
Yeah.
I get it. You don't need to know because, like, if you're in Kalama, you're like, go down to the Mexican restaurant.
And don't forget the Burger Bar.
The Burger Bar. You can't forget it.
Burger Bar is great. I love it. We always go down there for stuff. It's so much fun. Favorite fishing hole? Do you have a spot in Kalama that when you come back, you're like, all right, I want to go fishing with my boys or just hang out? Where's your... Not that we're going to invade it, I promise. We won't be out there in December because we know it rains, but like your time to come home and just chill. Where do you like to go?
I got one, but I'm not going to say it.
Okay. You and I can share it later because I want to go fishing
100%.
I
later.
said
I'll
that
tell
exact
you
thing.
later.
It's like, he's not going to say, dude.
You just never know. It's funny. So now that you broke your leg in football and you played high school, do you see any, like, I know Saturday night you were at the Crystal Ballroom with Cameron Marlowe. How many people showed up from school there that you remembered and were like, oh my God, you had flashbacks while you're standing on stage?
There was quite a few faces in the crowd. Kind of stopped me in my tracks a couple of times. I'm like, oh, I know you. It was really cool.
It's like a day like today when everyone's here because we're so proud of you being so close to us. Like, you're our connection. We love that. You're getting us to the fans so close, and it's awesome like that. So those moments when you see somebody in the crowd, you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'm
It's
pretty
fun.
sure I waved to a couple of people, and I don't know. It was a really cool moment.
There are
Yeah.
a lot of artists who have that story, and you've all heard it, where they're like, some English teacher or something told them, you're not going to amount to nothing, and then
Yeah.
you showed them wrong.
It was legit my
Was
English
that person
teacher.
there? It was. Are they here now?
You and Ashley McBride have a lot in common. I read some notes on you, and you just picked up your guitar and started playing. How old were you when you started playing guitar and piano?
I started playing piano when I was 11.
Okay.
And I'm all self-taught. I've never had a lesson.
Really?
On anything. Then I picked up guitar shortly after that, and then around like middle school, picked up the trumpet too. But
Okay.
I haven't touched it in a couple of years. I kind of want to bring it out though. I kind of want to buy one and practice and
Be the
have
first
that be a
ska
thing.
country artist?
What's that?
The first ska country artist? Like, make
Yeah.
that happen, dude. That's
That's
untapped.
crazy.
Well, Toby Keith's band loves to play horns. So if you could add a horn to a country band, I think it's phenomenal. It's a great thing. You should definitely
Absolutely.
do it. For sure. I just went completely blank, so go for it.
Okay, so
What was
I
I
want to
say?
talk about Nashville a little bit. So you made the
Yes.
move during pandemic, wild time to go make that move.
That was it.
So when you arrive in Nashville and we don't have anybody there like to shepherd you into the scene. Is there? This is kind of a question I've always wondered. Is there like right and wrong like circles to get in on? I mean, how do you know that?
I mean, it's just like anywhere else, you know. When I first moved to Nashville, I didn't know anybody, and I didn't know anything. I didn't know where I was or what I was doing, honestly.
That's a gutsy move.
Yeah,
That's
it was
a big move.
It was stupid, some would say, you know, but it worked out pretty good. So I'm not complaining.
Is it like a neighbor or something? Who's the first person you connect with to try and get in the scene?
Actually, one of my best friends now, his name's Cameron Packey. He's on the road with Dylan Scott. He's a videographer and photographer, and one of the best at what he does. But I met him I think week 1, and then I met these guys probably a month into me moving there.
Introduce the band.
Yeah, meet.
Oh, this is Cooper McCord.
Coop
from Texas. And this is Mr. Carver Parton from Athens, Georgia. Or
Nice.
Atlanta, Georgia.
When you say you met them week 1, where?
At a bar.
Okay.
Yeah. that's
Karaoke bar.
I really want to
It
know
was
like
a
what step
karaoke
1 is.
Was it the Wild Beaver?
No, not quite.
Okay. Because the
was-
Wild Beaver is a fun karaoke bar. If you ever go to Nashville and you love karaoke, make sure you hit that place. It's fun, definitely.
And it's just like, hi, I'm Tucker from Washington, new to town.
Kind of break it down for us. How'd it go?
I'm pretty sure I saw him playing guitar somewhere, and then
Tootsie's on Broadway.
yeah, it was at Tootsie's on Broadway, and we did like a whole writers round. And was it that same night?
I think it was the next night.
It was the next night, so we're on a bender, and I go up to him. I go, "Hey, you're that dude playing guitar last night." He goes, "You're that dude that was singing." I was like, "You want to be best friends?" And then pretty much, and I met him that same night, and so I've known them for over 3 years.
It's like
That's literally what I was hoping the story would be. It would
Right.
just be like as simple
Yeah.
as
It's
like,
like
wanna
going
be
to
best
middle
friends?
school.
That's
Want to be
great.
best friends? I love it. Yes. And now look at
Pretty
you guys
much.
are on the road together. I love it. That's fantastic. That's awesome. When you got to Nashville, and I know it's probably scary because we say this, like Jake and I have been there so many times, I always seem to find something new every time I go there, or you learn something new about the city. So when you make a big move like that, I get moving across the country like I'm just going to start my life over, especially at a young age like yourself. If you don't have kids, you can just go do that, pick up and go do what you want to do. When you were walking around, did you just see like, okay, there's Tootsie's. I know the history behind it. I want to get in there. Did you break it down per bar, or were you just like, whatever happens, happens?
It was honestly like whatever happens, happens. You know, I didn't know any of the history of Nashville. I just knew that country music was what I wanted to do, and that's
Right.
where country music was. You know.
What's the name of the bar that we went to? This is a crazy story. So one night, Jake and I were in Nashville, and you've probably been here. It's next to the Tin Roof, but literally on one side of the bar, in that room that night was Zach Brown, Dave Grohl, a bunch of music executives.
Winners and losers.
Winners and losers.
Oh yeah.
So
I've been
it
there.
was losers was in there, and we're like, oh my God, all these superstars. In the food service, it's winners, and there's a band, like a trio on stage, and they're playing for like 4 people. And I'm thinking to myself, if those people only knew who was next door in that lounge to see, like, you just never know who you're going to pop
100%.
into. Have you had that moment yet?
Yeah, especially at like losers.
Right.
It's- You know, that's a pretty hot spot for people
Yeah.
to go and kind of like unwind in the back, and because I got like the VIP area that's pretty hidden from the rest of the people. So if you're going there, chances are you're gonna run into someone you know.
That's cool. That's awesome. Let's talk about your mom for a second. I want to put her on the spot because proud
Mama.
mama from, she's got a business in Kelso. Mama, you want to shout out the coffee company you own so we can all go by there and support you? What's the name of it? Pour Me Coffee, Kelso, Washington. So anytime you're traveling through, make sure you get out there. You're on the road a lot with your son. That's got to make you happy. Exhausting, yeah.
She's tired, but she's a trooper.
That's awesome.
Are you doing like this stuff before he goes on stage?
It's the one hairs.
Sure.
I would never.
But it's still your right. You still get to do it.
Right. That's my boy. I love it. That's awesome. Thank you for being here today. You ready to play some more music?
Let's do it.
Give your voice a little bit of a rest there for a minute.
Yeah, I
Ladies and
appreciate it.
gentlemen, Tucker Wetmore.